Good morning. Hi, PMH. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Charlottesville on this absolutely gorgeous spring day. And boy, do we have a service planned for you today. My name is Janice Gilmore. I will be your celebration assistant today, and this gentleman here to my left is our senior minister, Reverend
Good
Don
morning.
Lansky.
Good morning, everybody.
And this lovely woman to my right is our music director, Blair Jones, and her band. Blair and her band. And we have a very special guest speaker today who you will hear much more about from Don. But let's sing. Would you all like to sing? Let's sing.
It's a long-time favorite. I know you know it. One, two, three. We are one in the Spirit, we are one in the Lord. We are one in the Spirit, we are one in the Lord. And we pray that our unity will this day be restored, and we'll know we're one family by our love, by our love. Yes, we'll know we're one family by our love. We will walk with each other, we will walk hand in hand. We will walk with each other, we will walk hand in hand. And together we'll spread the news that God is in our land. And we'll know we're one family by our love, by our love. Yes, we'll know we're one family by our love. All praise, Mother, Father, from whom all things come, and all praise to the Christhood in each daughter and son, and all praise to the Spirit that makes us all one, and we'll know we're one family by our love, by our love. Yes, we'll know we're one family by our love, and we'll know one family by our love, by our love. Yes, we'll know we're one family by our love. Yes, we'll know we're one family by our love.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Charlottesville. Unity welcomes people of all faiths, all religions, all creeds, all nationality, all gender orientation, all sexual identity. Did I leave anything out? Whatever your favorite brand of chocolate is, everybody's welcome here. And we hope you'll find something that's meaningful to you this morning. It is our custom to begin with prayer. And just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, as you know, Iran sent 300 missiles into Israel. Can you imagine the thinking, the mindset, not just in Iran, but in Israel and God, wherever people are fighting and doing stuff to each other, the setting off these unmanned things just to wherever they land, destruct and kill people, innocent people. It's unbelievable, isn't it? So maybe some prayers for peace this morning? What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's take a moment. I invite you to take a deep breath, close the eyes. We sing it here every week. Let peace begin with me. Let peace begin with me. These are some of the first words in the Hebrew Bible. Let. The Creator says, let there be. So we can affirm this morning, let there be peace on earth. Let there be peace, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace in my relationships, with myself, with the people I love, with the people I don't love. Let there be peace. Let there be peace among the family of nations. Let there be peace within the leadership of all of these countries that are deciding the fate of their own countries and other people's countries. Let them find peace within themselves. Let there be peace, and let it begin with me. And may all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. We, along with millions and millions of peace-loving people around the world, affirm this morning. We hold this sacred vibration, this sacred energy of peace. And we send it forth into our world and into ourselves. Let there be peace, and let it begin with me. Amen.
And let us now share together our statement of faith from the depths of our hearts together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotence. And now it's that time. It's that time where we welcome each other with another song. You can stand, you can move around now, and you can hug if you'd like, or just wave to your neighbor, shake a hand, share some love. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Talk amongst yourselves. Sharing the love. Here we go. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. And it is that time for children. Do we have children for Youth Ed this morning? Here. This. Bob, are you ready for Youth Ed this morning? It looks like we're all clear this morning. Okay. All clear.
So we have some, oops. This on, there we go. We have some opportunities for transformation. I want to say something, though, about these opportunities that we have. More and more, you may have noticed that events are coming to Unity that charge money. And there's a reason for that. Some of the money goes to support Unity. Some of the money goes to support the guest speakers. But what I want you to know is that all of these events are suggested donations. And what that means is that if you, it's open to everybody. Everybody can come, everybody should come. If you can't afford it, if it's not in your finances, come anyway. pay what you can. If there's an event that does not, that has a fixed kind of fee, come and see me. That we have scholarships, so nobody should be turned away because of lack of funds. So I just want you to know that. So we have Unity Basics coming up. I'll be doing these 2 classes on Zoom starting this Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and this is a required class for voting membership to Unity. Membership is not required to come to Unity, but if you want to have the ability to vote, you need to take these 2 classes. The first class is about the history of Unity, the history of the Unity movement, and the history of Unity of Charlottesville. And the second class, which will be the next Wednesday, April 24th, will be about what Unity teaches. So if you go to any Unity church in the world, even though there's no dogma or creed, you're going to hear kind of the same ideas. So what's that all about? So those are the 2 classes on Zoom, and you're welcome to sign up and come.
And Kirtan continues. Our next Kirtan event will be Saturday, April 20th from 4 to 5:30 right here in the sanctuary.
And at the end of April, we're going to have Drupan Tinley Ningpo. He's a Tibetan Buddhist monk, and he'll be coming to do a 3-day meditation retreat. So if you're interested in that, there's more information on our website. April 28th, Michelle's not here, so we are having a garden event on April. Oh, you are? You're going to speak? Great. Yeah, this is not Michelle. This is Carol.
Okay. So in 2 weeks on the 28th.
You have to speak in the mic, though.
In 2 weeks on the 28th from 12:30 till 3, our Meditation Garden team is sponsoring our spring event. And we'd love for all of you to come and bring your friends and tell the general public. We'll be having light refreshments and drinks. And we're going to be having a meditation walk on the labyrinth and a talk. So it's going to be fun and interesting. And if you are it's $5 for congregants and $10 for the general public, and love offering. If you're a healer and you're interested in participating in this event, please contact Michelle. And if you don't have her number, I have her number.
Thank you, Carol. Blair, can you speak to this?
Oh, okay. Friday, May 3rd, we have the premier posse musician, Daniel Namod, coming. We sing his songs quite often here, and you may not always be aware that they are his songs. The one we sing every Sunday morning to greet everyone that we just sang is a Daniel Namod song. Last week we did one called One Power. So you know his songs, even if you don't know that you know his songs. He's a wonderful performer, and you should all come. That's all I have to say.
Daniel made it a point to say no one turned away. All right, everybody should come.
Tony?
So I want you to know this is a free event. My name's Tony Bouchard, and I'm one of the co-leaders of the community engagement team. And this is a project of the community engagement team and the social team. So we would invite people on May 4th on a Saturday. So it's a way to get together after the concert to help spruce up the grounds. And I wanted to give you an idea of what we're talking about because some things do need some brawn. Like we're going to look at cleaning up the front entryway and cutting back some of the branches so you can see better going out. But some things just need detailed work, not so much brawn, like there's some metal furniture downstairs on the terrace level outside that could use some metal wire scraping and spray painting. We're going to power wash the patio. We're going to work on the pavilion to scrape it so it can be ready to be painted, and also trim some bushes around it. So you can see there's a variety of tasks. And just like Dawn was saying, no one is ever turned away. You bring skills. You bring skills. And so we have a sign up front if you will, if you're interested. And we're going to follow it with a potluck. So I also need a couple people to kind of organize the potluck a little bit so it's ready when people have worked really hard. So the plan is to start at 10. We'll be done the work in 2 hours. We'll stop at around noon or 12:30, eat together, and then we'll be done by 2, so you're not using up your whole Saturday either. So encourage you to come. I think it'll be fun and a chance to kind of really put our love in action. Buddy? So next week is the hug meeting, and I think we'll get more specific about the tools we'll need at the hug meeting. And then anyone who signed up, we'll give a list out to the people on on emails or texts to let you know what kinds of things to bring. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
And our next spiritual cinema event will be Sunday, May 5th at 1 o'clock. The movie is called Awake in the Dream.
And there will be information on the website about that.
And our Guidance for Awakening Humans book study group continues. The next session will be May 11th. For more information, please contact Ginger at that email address.
And also on May 11th, Swami Vijayananda is coming from South Africa. He is in the lineage, I believe, of Sivananda and Swami Satchidananda. So he'll be doing an all-day retreat here, and he'll also be our guest speaker on May 12th. And this is also on May 12th. I'm kind of excited about this. This is Savat Mitzvah, is a movie about a Jewish family who saved a Muslim family, and 50 years later, the Muslim family saved the Jewish family. And so I'm having Herb Levy, who is in the Jewish Renewal community, and Ilker Baz is from the Rumi Forum, so he's a Sufi Muslim. And they'll be here with a Q&A after the movie. It's a short movie, about 20 minutes. And we'll have a discussion group and a Q&A about what's going on in the world with Muslims and Jews. And I'll be here as well. So I guess if I'm a Christian, then that would be me as well. Right? So, and then Janice's concert is rescheduled to June 16th, Sunday. And this is a wonderful concert, her spiritual journey in music and song. And we have some well-known musicians from around the country coming, including Doug Schneider, who you all know. And the proceeds are to help to reduce our mortgage, so we hope you'll sign up for that. And Patricia's next meditation class will be August 10th. There's more information about all of this stuff at unitycharlottesville.org.
Is Jane here? Jane, come on down. She's coming, she's coming.
Good morning, everyone. So we're having an art salad exhibit. That's the best word I could come up with. It's going to represent all these creative people in our community. And so in the past, I've been featuring one artist per month, and now we're opening it, and there's going to be several of us. It's a salad.
And our healing half hour continues every Wednesday from 6:30 to 7 via Zoom. And if you have a prayer need or just want to bask in the luxurious energy during that time, please join the group on Zoom.
We want to acknowledge a couple of people. John, you want to come up?
Good morning. Today is a milestone in my life. 40 years ago today, I entered into the world of sobriety.
That was 40. Yeah. I also want to acknowledge one of our folks on the media team. Luke is up here today. Luke is going to be starring as Judas in Godspell at the Albemarle High School. And And he's going to be putting up a flyer on the bulletin board. I think it begins in, what does the start date, May? 1st of May. Okay, great. And finally, I want to acknowledge our guest speakers and the Insight Meditation community. Some folks are here today. They brought the Venerable Panavati here to us, including Ali Rudolph, who I've known for a number of years. So I want to thank you all we had a wonderful Friday evening and all-day retreat yesterday. And you'll have the good fortune of hearing Swami Venerable Panavati today. She is a former Christian pastor who is ordained in 2 Buddhist traditions and is co-founder of Heartwood Refuge, an intentional monastic and lay residential community. Venerable also serves on Buddhist and interspiritual leadership boards internationally. She's retired from decades of active work in humanitarian projects, advocating and serving women's advancement, education for Dalits, India's untouchables, and full ordination for female monks. And she's here with Soma from the Heartwood Refuge Center. So we want just to welcome you. Thank you all.
And let us now joyfully and powerfully share our mission statement together. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world.
Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam. Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam. Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam. Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam. Live not just for our own, live not just for our own, live not just for our own, but live for the day when peace will lighten all the world. Live not just for our own, live not just for our own, live not just for our own, but live for the day when peace will lighten all the world. Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam. Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam. Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam. Shanti, Alleluia, Shalom, Masalam.
It's my pleasure to welcome the Venerable Panavati.
Thank you so much. If you just give me 1 minute. You know, there are different spheres or realms or spaces that we enter into. And these are entered into through the coursing of the mind. And so when we talk about meditation, which we're going to have a meditation today, meditation is not where you sit and fold up your arms and your legs and necessarily go Om Shanti. Meditation is where the mind is abiding and resting every moment of the day. And so that's why the Buddha encouraged us to meditate at all times, when you're sitting, when you're standing, when you're walking, and even when you're sleeping. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today. Wrapped up, you know, whenever I'm asked to speak, they ask for a title and ask for something. And it's like, how do you really know? How do you really know what you're going to need to talk about? It depends on the minds of the people who are present, what message should go forth. We read the text of teachings that went forth to other people, and we can get some use from them. But it was for those people. You understand what I'm saying? It was for them. We can benefit from it, but it was for them. So today, I'd like to deliver a message for you who are here present today. It's, they have lots of help around here. We've got singers, piano players, other musicians, and everybody is doing something. I'm sort of like a one-man show. So I have the song arises with the message, the meditation arises from the message, and all of it is one thing. So all I'm doing right now is using a little time to bring all of that together, actually. So if you just give me 1 second to organize. And to check in with you. Those that we call the way showers, those that we exalt, the patriarchs of old, and even some of new times. You know, they serve one example, and that is to show us how to walk through the vicissitudes of life. And there's 2 ways we can do it. We can try to make happy to do it, or we can rest in a certain realization that's based on a non-discrimination of view. So I want to talk to you about non-discrimination of view today. I'll try to wrap it into what to do when the life road is turned. But I want to talk about non-discrimination of view, because it gives us our ultimate happiness. When we're not moved by the waves and the trials of life, the praise or the blame, or the loss or the gain, the pleasure or the pain, the fame or the shame. These are the things that destroy our peace and bring us our anxiety. But what all of the great teachers are here to do is to let us know that there is a place that we can abide, that we're not moved by either event, the negative or the positive. And it's only by being in that place yourself are you able to bring any helps to any situation. So if you don't have it, you can't give it. So our practice is designed to help us to cultivate and develop those qualities. Those are the qualities that when Jesus was on the cross, I'm going to tell you, he did not like it. He did not like the nails in his hands and in his feet. He didn't like the crown of thorns on his head. And he even cried out in his human agony. And then he found that space with him, that undifferentiated space, that impartial space. He could just say, but nevertheless, let it be so. So That's the question for you. How do you go through the vicissitudes of life? Most of us like the happy parts. We love the pleasure. You know, we love the fame. We love the abundance. We love the recognition. But we don't like anything that we consider opposite to that. We can't go through those things. So and thinking about it this morning, not knowing that I was going to have this opportunity to be a way shower today. Let me keep track of the time. Let me see what this is. I was from Pentecostal. It was all night. It was all right. But being a Buddhist has been helping me a little late in my life, but it's been helping me to try to start on time and to end on time. You know, like time is not really real, right? You know that you could. So anyway, last night I got an email. And the email was really a good email. We recently sold at a fire sale, sold our big property. It was a 90 bedroom hotel. But when we bought it, because we were nonprofit, the city wasn't happy because it was tax-free. I mean, they just said it in the article and they paid no taxes. And so they took away the commercial status of the property and made it, you know, and gave it a new monastery designation, that anybody who bought it could only use it for a monastery. So that made it impossible virtually for me to sell it, right? And they wouldn't approve anything that we tried to get approved, not to have a cafe where the public could come in, everything was a no. They even made me take conference center off of our 501c3 document, Heartwood Refuge and Conference Center. They didn't want me to use those words. But we did all of that, and and the years went by. And so finally, we almost let it go just to get out from under what was going to be a never-ending battle with the county on what could be done with that property. And I was happy to do it, you know, because my life has taken a different trajectory. I'm happy with the trajectory it's taken. And yet you think about the one thing that got away, the one thing that in your pride of life you didn't bring to maturation, you know. And at 74, you know that time is not going to come around again. And that would be on my mind here and there. But I was just happy with the transition, you know. And then I got an email last night when I got home from the retreat. And it had a newspaper article. They just put us on blast. You know, they don't pay any taxes. And they haven't paid any taxes since they own the property. But now the property is going to be used by the community. And so the person who got the property, they went down and everything that they applied for, that we have applied for several times over the year that was rejected, they just resoundingly approved every single thing. Now, I do my prayers and all that. I do my meditation and all that. I love Jesus and everybody else, all of that. But I'm sitting here at this moment, trying to find my ground of peace, you know. And I've said all the right things to everybody, like what a person of my stature should say. And I felt a little bit of pain. I felt a little bit of anger. And I said, I have a teacher who was a great way shower. Now Buddha, I read what they said he said, but I didn't know the man. But I know this one. And so I said to my teacher, he's in his Sambhogakaya form now, because he left this world. I said, Buddha Master, I'm going to need your help right here. I said, because the way I'm feeling, I don't want to feel that way. The thoughts that I'm thinking, I don't want to think those thoughts, but here they are. You know, I said, I need a little bit of inspiration from your example of how I should be in this moment. To reach my own goal. See, I have a goal of how I want to be inside, regardless of what kind of face I put on. I have a goal of what I want to be inside, right? The inner authenticity, the inner honesty. And so I just started thinking about what I could do, how I could transform my mind in this moment. Whatever one thinks and ponders on, that becomes the inclination of their mind. So I could just go with these thoughts, and my thoughts will get worse, and they'll get worse, and they'll get worse. And, or I can neutralize them. And I said, like right now at the moment, I can't figure out how to neutralize it. And I need a little bit of help. And then he spoke to me from that realm, and part of my mind could touch that place where I could hear the stream, the sound of his voice inside. And he said, look at my life. And I looked at his life and how he tolerated, accommodated, rejoiced even in loss, how he tolerated, accommodated, rejoiced even in being misunderstood. And I just went through different things of what he had to suffer dealing with knuckleheads like me. And suddenly a joy broke through with this whole thing. And it's not the kind of joy that I'm clicking my heels and jumping up and down, but there was like just an evenness. And I thought about loss or gain. What is the cost, the purpose, and the benefit of my life? Is it around worldly loss or gain? And for me, it isn't. I mean, those things come and they go due to causes and conditions. But that's not where the focus of my life is. So we have to know where the focus of our life is. And then we'll know if we've actually seized the essence of a precious human life. So when I ask this question, what do you do when the lifeboats are burning? It's a serious question. And it's one that can change the course and the direction of your entire life. It's a serious question. It's one that can elevate you into the realm of the very ones that you admire and wish to be like. When I left the church, I left out seeking an answer. I didn't leave God, I left the church because I needed a different method to achieve my goal. We all don't use the same methods. But if we could see them as methods that help different minds and that treat different illnesses, dis-ease is, then we could understand their true purpose and we could joyfully utilize them. We could utilize them. And so what's most important to us is how we think. And when something comes up in your life, right then is the time. You have to know yourself. You have to know what the antidote is to the energy that you're releasing into the world. We talk about mob mentality, and that's all we have in the world is mob mentality. We only think of mobs as those who go downtown and bust out windows and turn over trash, light trash cans on fire and things like that. But we're all mob. We're after 2 or 3 are gathered together, any more than that, it started moving towards mobdom. And so in this way, we influence and we affect each other. And we do that by the thoughts that are arising in our mind. And from those thoughts that are arising, what a man thinks and ponders on, that becomes the inclination of our mind. He abused me, he beat me, he robbed me. Those who harbor such thoughts in them, hatred will never be appeased. He didn't say, no, pretend he didn't abuse you, didn't beat you, didn't rob you. He said, no, he did that. But if you constantly focus on that, in you, hatred will not be appeased. It will grow and you'll become just like the perpetrator. And that's what we see happening in the world. And so the purpose then of these teachings is for each one to find just those perfect, precious words that they need that bring comfort to the emotions that are arising in conduct with the 8 worldly winds that come into our life. Praise and blame, loss and gain, pleasure and pain, fame and shame. That's it. That's all. That's life right there. So as much as I might enjoy this life, you know, this is what this life brings, then I have something different in my view. But I can't enter into that without a different kind of mind. You can call it mind, you can call it spirit, you can call it consciousness. We can like just come up with words, you know, and Buddhists have their jargon and Christians have their jargon and the Jews have their jargon, you know. But whatever we call this thing, you know, we can like just call it life and really understanding what life is. And so we're all in this place together. It's like they used to say, sorry about this, you might want to take this part off the tape. Don't poop where you eat, you know. And this is where we are. And so it takes something special for us to be able to cultivate the kind of mind that is non-discriminating. And that's where views come in. We are separated by our attachments to things, attachments to ourselves, attachments to our own safety over the safety of others. We are attached to retribution, punishing those who are wrong. We are attached to all of these things. But the thing that we're most attached to is our views. An attachment to our views is what causes all of the problems in the world. We think these problems are the cause of all of our unhappiness and discontent, but these problems are not the cause of it. These problems are the fruit of our thoughts. And if we want the world to be better, we have to work on how we think. And so throughout the scriptures, they talk about how you have to train your mind to think. It talks about not exchanging brutality for brutality. It talks about if a man takes your coat, give him your cloak as well. The very opposite of what one would think that one should do. In this mind is so obscured with the defilements of our thoughts. So much so that they have to tell us, try this. You say, like, that doesn't make sense. I said, just try it and see what happens. And when you try it, you find that there is a peace in it. When I thought about what I had sacrificed over the course of my life to do things, to develop things, to have things, to create a legacy for. I've been a monastic now since, let's see, for 24 years. When I started, there were 6 of us in 24 years. In the Theravada, there are now only 35 in 24 years. Because of the misogyny that's within tradition, you know, because the people don't have an understanding of the hardships that women have working in a patriarchal lineage. And change lineages, but same thing in everyone. Although I recognize that churches would not exist and spiritual centers if it wasn't for the women, because we keep it going and we do all the work. And yet they're saying, but y'all can't reach the highest echelons. That's what they say. You don't have to fight against what they say. You just prove them wrong by your own enlightenment. And so my mind began to shift. And I was no longer thinking about what I gave, what it cost. I was only thinking about one thing. And I thought that one thing because of an email I got this morning. I got that one when? Last night. I woke up this morning feeling a sense of discontent. What about the rejoicing in the happiness of others, right? Like I couldn't find that at the moment. But this morning I got an email. It was from a sister who said, I just wanted to let you know I'm down here at a retreat, and it's a retreat I've been waiting for months and months and months to attend. And she said, it's the kind of practice that I've always done. And I wanted to get back to it. And she said, I have to tell you, I have outgrown this practice. And all that stuff I was saying about, I don't get what you're doing, I'll just stay here for a while. She said, but being here with this, now I see what these teachings have done for me. And I can't wait to get back to live with the nuns. No. And just that corrected my vision. And the joy sprung forth. To save just one, I would give everything. I was reminded of that when the voices of the world, the culture of our society, was speaking something different. And that's our practice. And it's a serious practice. But that's how we will be imitators of the patriarchs that we hold in such high regard and in high respect. Why did I leave the church? I said, Jesus, I got a question. Why is it that every Sunday we're running up for the altar call and I need a miracle? I said, when do I get to the place that as you are, so am I in the world? When does that mentality begin to arise in me? I need to know that. He said, we need some more tools in your tool bag, your toolkit. And then I got directed someplace else. Now, some people, the place I was going, they got directed someplace else when they asked the question, and they got sent to the church because there was something there for that individual that they needed to paint more of a complete picture for them of what their purpose was in this world. And so if we look at our life, find out where we're deficient. We don't have to tell everybody, hey, I found my deficiencies today. Find out where we're deficient and then look for the remedy for that. Instead of engaging it, then we will shift. And we will start to put out into this world a kind of energy, a kind of vibration, a kind of power that wickedness will not be able to stand against. But it takes us actually possessing the attainment of those ideals. And so I want to encourage you today to strive for the possession of the holy attainments. And I think that's all I want to say to you today. Dawn.
Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. It's our creed of the heart, our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. It's our creed of the heart, our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. Amen. Our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. It's our creed of the heart, our God is love, our race is human, our religion is oneness. Amen.
So at this time, I'd like to invite you to just turn your heart inward, your vision inward, and fold into the interior of your being. Now, forgetting about everyone who was around you. Just you sitting with you. And to help you to settle into this space, just take a breath in and a breath out. And another breath in and a breath out. And one more breath in and breath out. And as you get very still, just notice the quality of your breath, the characteristics of your breath. Notice the inhalation. Is the air warm or is it cool compared to the exhalation? Just noticing, deeply noticing. Is that breath smooth or is it choppy? Just noticing, giving all of your attention to the breath, training the mind to focus and concentrate, to become aware of what's even involved in the simple act of breathing. And noticing also that when one does this, it begins to regulate this body of hormones and chemicals. The body balances itself. Suddenly you're aware of the tension in your shoulders or in your hands. And you can just release that tension. And from this place of deep stillness and inner reflection, one can look at one's thoughts. I mean the ones that we can so easily hide from another. And we can put that thought up against our great aspiration and ask, does it fit? And the sages of old say that if it doesn't fit, abandon that thought. To abandon it means to be willing to let it go. Is there some thought in your mind that it's time to let it go? Those bitter words that were spoken, you can't take them back. No need to regurgitate them in your mind again and again. He said this, she said that. Everybody needs a little mercy sometimes. You yourself have said something that you wish you could take back. Give them the mercy that you want for yourself. And if your mind continually goes in this strain, there will come a time that you can abide in a kind of non-judgment. Or you can get there quicker and quicker and quicker until it just becomes a pleasure for you to overlook a slight or to tolerate a fault. And you can know when you're really there or when you're almost there or when you're not there at all. That's called knowing yourself. You see, that's the only one you need to know is yourself, because that's how the oneness occurs. When we know ourselves totally, then we know the minds of all people. That's where the unity and the transparency is. But if we don't know ourselves, we can't know others. So all we really have to do is come to know ourselves, be honest with ourselves, emulate the advice and the life of those that we consider wise, and we will be like them, just like them. And whoever our great aspiration is, whether it's Jesus or Buddha or some great saint, some ascended master, we have to truly be authentic in thought, in word, and in deed. Now, it would be impossible for us to reach that ground of being if the seed is not already in us for such accomplishment. But the seed is in us. If you didn't know that, then you haven't penetrated the advice. The seed is in us, and it's called our original nature, or our intrinsic nature. And if we water that seed well, if we pluck the weeds that are growing up around it, that's our discipline. So we have our great wish, we have our discipline, and we establish our vow. Then we shall be successful because the seed is there, and it will be nurtured and it will be watered. Now, who does this nurturing and this watering? We do it ourselves, for ourselves in the beginning. And as we advance, we do it for the sake of others. And in this natural, gradual way, we improve. And a kind of gratitude arises that brings a happiness that is without words and a true inner contentment and peace. It all starts with a breath and the reflection of a thought. Amen.
Thank you, Venerable Panyavati, for sharing so much of yourself with us this morning. Thank you. Thank you. So it's now that time when we have an opportunity to give back a portion of all the good we've received here today. But before we do that, before we prepare for that, or as we prepare for that, I'd like to welcome anyone who might be here for the first time today. Well, hello, Frank. I have to tell the truth. I met Frank before the service today. We're very happy to have you here. Is there anyone else? Hi, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Unity of Charlottesville. We're so happy to have you. We hope we can both come back and join us. Anyone else? Another. Hi, welcome. So good to have you here. So good to have you here. Such a very special, beautiful day. Anyone else? Okay. If anyone is with us online for the first time, we welcome you as well. And we would love to see you here live in the sanctuary, face to face. If that's doable for you, we thank you so much for joining us. So there are many ways to give to Unity of Charlottesville online. Text to give, and the number is right here on the screen. Just put the amount in and send the text, and you're good to go. The U.S. mail, or give when you're here in person into our butterfly net. Jane is coming around with the butterfly net. We're very grateful to all of you for all of your tithes, not just your monetary tithes, but your tithes of your time and your talents, your gifts, all of your gifts. We're very, very grateful. And if you would all please join me in saying our blessing of our tithes and offerings. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. And we have time. We have another song for you all. Please feel free to move on this
My
one.
religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling. lives deep inside. My job to be conscious, my path forgiveness, my religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Everyone has a story, everyone has pain. When we strip away our masks, we find we're really all the same. It's those little things we say and do that can mean so much. It's a smile, a connection, a simple loving touch. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job to be conscious, my path forgiveness, my religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Today I'm gonna ask myself, what more can't I do to be a radiant child of God and let my love shine through? I'm gonna let my heart be my guide to give the best of me. I'm gonna share my love, share my joy, give it, but my religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job to be conscious, my path forgiveness, my religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. I got to be conscious, my path is forgiveness, my religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came running after. She said, Jack, tell me, what can I do to ease your troubled mind? He said, hold my hand, just be kind, and I know I'll soon be fine. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My vows to be conscious, my path is forgiveness, my religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is feeling lives deep inside. My job to be conscious, my path forgiveness, my religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day.
Did that take you back to your Pentecostal roots?
So we have some of our teens are here, I guess. Do we have children here? Anyway, let's bless our children wherever they are, okay? Together. Children, Uniteens, Wowers, teachers, and parents, you are loved, special, and important. That's you.
We have pastoral care. Sorry, I'm just so caught up in the music energy. We still have our pastoral care team. If you have a need, you can email your request to pastoralcare@unitycharlottesville.org or call the Unity office.
And next week, honoring Earth Care, how do we care? So we'll be exploring that. I want to thank everybody who's helped out today. We have Greg and Luke up in the sound booth. We have Barbara's back from taking care of your mom. Welcome back, Barbara. And who else is on the blessing team today? I didn't see. Peter and Jane, thank you guys for doing that. We have the healing helpers back here if you'd like to pray in a group. And of course, our music team, Blair, and our fabulous music team. This was Ty's solo, fabulous. You did a good job. So thank you guys, and thank you, Janice. And I want to especially thank our venerable Panavati. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Soma, thank you. Ali, thank you. And members of the Insight Meditation community, thank you very much for being here. I announced that already, but Healing Helper, there she is. Again, all right. And Buddy's here. If you have individual prayers, Buddy will be here up front, so you can pray with Buddy. So we have fellowship after church through these doors, and let's stand and do our prayer for protection.
Thank you, Don.
So together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and wherever God is, all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth. Let's hold that really right now. Have a great day.